Good morning, everyone. Today is June 10th, 2016. I am live and getting ready to do our three-card reading for the week. This has become kind of a tradition over a short period of time. I guess you can't really call it a tradition if you've only done it for a few weeks. But the thing is, I am getting so much great feedback about this. People who are really enjoying this and finding it really resonant. Now, I have to say, I have resisted these kinds of readings. Hey, Jan, good morning. Happy to see you here. I have to say, I've resisted these kinds of readings for a long time because I find so much value in the one-on-one, let me read for you. These are your cards for this situation. It's very hard to think about how cards that I pull for the entire community might be relevant. And yet, every week, people come back and say, this was meaningful to me, this mattered to me, and this was helpful to me. And so I keep on doing it. And, that's the great thing about sort of the immediacy of social media. And I want to say hi to everyone who just popped in. Amanda, Sonia, Rosie, a bunch of you. The room's filling up. I'm not going to be able to acknowledge everyone by name, but I see you, and I'm glad that you're here. And if you are watching in archive on either YouTube or Facebook, I'm glad you're here too. I see you psychically, perhaps. Obviously can't acknowledge you, but I'm glad that you're here. So the great thing about social media is it's really easy to let people know that you like what you're seeing. And if you let people know you like what you're seeing, you'll get more of it. If I hadn't gotten good feedback on these readings, I'd stop doing them. But since you guys have been so clear about how much you appreciate this, I'm going to keep doing it. So today, I'm using an interesting deck. I am using the Moonchild Tarot. Now, the way this works, if this resonates for you, take it as a reading. If it doesn't, pass it on by. It's okay. But let's see what we got. 3 cards for the week ahead, starting with today, June 10th, and going forward over the course of the week through Sunday, June 16th. These are the energies that we see around you at this time. Let's see what we got going on. I love this deck. It's so beautiful, but it's hard to shuffle, isn't it? Let's see what we got. Okay. So the first card, and I do honor reversals. I'm going to turn it right side up so you can see it. But we're going to remember that it was reversed. The 9 of Pentacles. So typically the 9 of Pentacles is about security. It's about protection. It's about feeling like you have what you need, that you are safe financially, emotionally, being comfortable in your own skin. This is an interesting card historically. The original 9 of Pentacles was safe because she was under her father's protection. Yet it's come to mean the card of a person who is comfortable in themselves. Someone who, not that you don't need anyone, we all need each other. But very often we hear the term comfortably alone for the 9 of Pentacles. So if you are single or if you've been feeling unsupported, this card, especially since it did show up reversed, talks about finding your strength to be comfortable being under your protection. Now, in modern terms, we see this card, the 9 of Pentacles, having to do with our financial security as well as our emotional security and our sense of safety. Didi says she pulled the same card yesterday with the Moon card. So, since it did come up reversed, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to think about your sense of security. In what way do you feel secure? In what way do you not feel secure? And what can you do to turn that around? That's, oftentimes when I see a card that I generally see as a positive card in its reversal, the question is, how do you embrace this energy better? How do you turn that energy around for yourself? So if you're bemoaning the fact that you're single, it doesn't mean don't look for love. It means be comfortable in your own skin right now. If you're feeling financially insecure, it means feel comfortable in your ability to generate abundance, feel secure in your ability to have what you need. Maybe do some work with your root chakra and find that sense of security. So that's our first card. What's the second card? The second card is the Fool. Let me get that so you can see it. This is really a beautiful deck, isn't it? So the Fool really goes along with that theme of security. The Fool steps out of his comfort zone in order to begin a journey. The Fool carries with him or her, and I love it that in this deck the Fool is female. The Fool carries all the tools that the Fool needs. The Fool takes a step into the unknown. It's a gamble, it's a risk, but does it anyway. So if we look at it in conjunction with that Nine of Pentacles reversed, there's a sense of, hey, you may not feel secure, but you may have to take that leap of faith anyway. It may be time to begin a new journey. It may be time to step into the unknown. And, so often if we're talking about, I'm going to do this healing, or I'm going to get to the gym, or I'm going to start a new business, or I'm going to work on being more whatever, or I'm going to ask for a raise, whatever it is, but I'm going to wait till I'm ready. If it's a matter of skill, if it's a matter of training, don't go scuba diving until you've had your training. But if it's a matter of confidence, these two cards together might say, if you wait till you're confident, you're going to wait till you're dead. So you don't have to be, if you really do have the skills, if you really are qualified but not yet confident, go ahead and do it anyway. And I see so many people coming into the room right now. Thank you all so much for coming in and saying hello. Let's get to our third card for our 3-card weekly reading. Let's see what we see here. Okay, the Seven of Swords. This is a very interesting reading. It's all about, you're going to have to discern what is right and what is not right. The Fool says, go for it. The Nine of Pentacles reverse says, I'm a little insecure. And the Seven of Swords says, well, there may be reasons to be insecure. And so our entire reading here is about separating out what are your fears and anxieties that are unfounded and what really doesn't hold water, what really lacks integrity. Remember that the Seven of Swords is the Thieves card. It can be about dishonesty. It can be about the things that you shouldn't trust. It can also be another card of not feeling confident, of not feeling like you have the skill or the ability. Excuse me. Wow, it's really getting to me. Okay. So the Seven of Swords here can tell you that you're outside of your integrity, can tell you you're not ready. The Seven of Swords can tell you that someone around you is not being honest with you. The Seven of Swords can also say that you are not being honest with yourself in terms of your evaluation of your own skills and abilities. So we put these 3 cards together, and what do we see? We see that this is a week where you must be extremely discerning. You must be very careful in terms of staying within your own integrity and figuring out what is real for you and what is your anxiety. Where are your skills and abilities? Where should you be getting ready to take that leap? Where should you be taking that leap? What can you trust? What should you trust? Those are the questions for this week. There are ways where you are empowered to jump off and start something new and feel really good about it. But every one of these cards can indicate a certain amount of fear. Where are your fears founded and where aren't they? If you want to explore that further, you can reach out to me for a private reading. I'm going to be in Connecticut starting tomorrow, so I can do private readings in person in Connecticut. I can also do readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger from anywhere in the world. I'll be back here in my Palm City office at the end of the month. So feel free to reach out to me if you are struggling with these questions and not sure what is true for you or what is not. An in-depth tarot reading can help. I also want to remind my Connecticut friends I am teaching a tarot class in Madison, Connecticut this Sunday evening, 7 o'clock at True Bikram Yoga. So I'll look forward to seeing you there. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks for all your support.